By the time a few weeks have passed, the adrenaline of launch day has faded. The numbers for Ha-eun's series aren't bad. They're fine. Not a breakout hit. Not a disaster. Just sitting in that uncomfortable middle space. Steady, small, quietly liked. On her screen, the stats page looks like this. A gentle hill instead of a rocket. Views flattening. Comments still warm, but not multiplying. The platform sends an email. Data review. Retention remains strong, but growth is slowing. For trial extensions, we need clearer upward trends. In other words, we like you, but we need more reason to keep you. She reads it 3 times, then leans back in her chair. I knew it, she mutters. Too quiet, too small. It's not that no one cares. It's that not enough people even know the story exists. For someone who already feels small, that hurts more than simple rejection. At the office, there's a different kind of energy. Posters, emails, and chatter all orbit around one name, Kang Min-ji, the rising star creator, the colleague who once shared a fluorescent-lit office with Ha-eun and escaped faster. The platform announces her new series with a proper splash. Banners, countdowns, internal hype. Joon sits in the back, listening, arms folded. Min-ji enters the room with a relaxed smile. Confident in that way people are when they know they've already been chosen. Long time no see, she says later when they pass in the hallway. You're still here too, huh? He nods. Still here. Min-ji smiles in a way that's not unfriendly, but very aware of the hierarchy between them. Good luck, she says. And then she's gone, off to meetings, promotions, momentum. Later, behind a closed door, Joon stands in front of his boss again. On the screen behind the boss, 2 dashboards. One for Min-ji's upcoming series, full of marketing plans, promo slots, projections. One for Ha-eun's series, modest but sincere. Here's the situation, the boss says. Min-ji is a proven name. We're putting a lot behind her comeback. We need our best people on it. He looks at Joon. I want you to oversee her new project. Sharpen it. Make sure it hits all our targets. There it is, the safe path laid out in front of him. And what about the rookie series I'm handling now? Joon asks. The boss glances at the trailing charts. If her numbers don't pick up, he says, the trial will end. You know that. We can't carry everything forever. He leans back. You're talented, Joon. Don't chain your future to a maybe. That's the part that sticks. Don't chain your future to a maybe. On her end, Ha-eun notices something too. Joon is still her editor, still on time, still detailed, but his energy feels sharper, more impatient. Every draft she submits seems to come back with more notes than before. Did I get worse? Or did you just get meaner? She mutters. On the other side of the table, he doesn't look up. You want this, right? He says, pen moving over the page. Then you don't need comfort. You need clarity. She smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. Yeah, right. My mistake. Expecting anything else. The first real punch doesn't come from the platform or from Joon. It comes from the comments section. Scrolling through reader feedback one night, she spots it. This is so boring. Nothing happens. Just another failed office worker whining. Seen this 1,000 times. Why do people like this? It's depressing. She doesn't realize Joon is standing behind her until he speaks. You shouldn't read the comments alone, he says. He pulls up a chair beside her. Without saying anything, he scrolls back up. Past the insults. Past the casual cruelty. He highlights other comments. This makes me feel seen. It's scary how accurate this is. I thought I was the only one who regretted my job like this. They're not all wrong, he says. Some people will find it boring. Some will hate it. That's the price of being specific. What you should be asking, he continues, is whether the people who do love it actually get what you're trying to say. He points to one comment. This person clearly does, he says. That means you hit something real. That matters more than 10 drive-by insults. It's not a warm pep talk, but somehow it steadies her. Do you ever get used to people hating your work? She asks. No, he answers. but you get better at sorting which opinions deserve space in your head. She snorts a little. That was almost kind, she says. Scary. He rolls his eyes. Don't get used to it, he replies. Of course, offices never stay quiet for long. As the weeks go by, people start to notice a pattern. That editor Joon, usually cold and distant, spends an unusual amount of time at one particular desk. They see him staying late, hovering over a rookie's monitor, buying 2 coffees instead of 1. And so the whispers begin. Wow, special treatment. Must be nice to be the rookie he's personally babysitting. Do you think they're, you know? Word travels fast. Faster than charts, faster than progress. Eventually, some version of it reaches Ha-eun's ears. When she hears that coworkers are implying she's only hanging on because of some special connection, something inside her twists. She hates how much that thought hurts. The next turning point doesn't happen in front of her. It happens in an office that smells like stale coffee and numbers. The boss calls Joon in again. Min-ji wants a strong editor, he says. Someone who isn't afraid to cut and push. I suggested you. He waits for that to land. For your career, this is a no-brainer. The boss continues. She's a brand. Her series is already getting pre-orders and promo slots. If you want stability, real influence, this is your path. He doesn't say the rest out loud, but it's there. Why risk everything on a quiet little trial series with flat numbers, when you could ride a rocket instead? Joon's mind flashes, uninvited, to late-night scenes at the office. Rooftop talks, stubborn drafts, shaky hands holding a coffee can at dawn. He doesn't answer yet. Not yes, not no. The offer sits in his inbox, waiting. The breaking point comes a little later. She overhears 2 staffers chatting near the break room. Did you hear? One says, boss wants Joon on Min-ji's new series. About time he worked on something big again, the other replies. Honestly, that rookie he's handling now? Cute project, but temporary. The words hit like cold water. Goo. Temporary. Practice. By the time she sees Joon again, her emotions are already on a slow boil. Congratulations, she says, cutting in. For what? He asks. For climbing up, she says. Min-ji, right? I heard you're being pulled into her new series. He freezes for a fraction of a second. It's just an option on the table, he says carefully. Nothing's decided. Come on, she says. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It makes sense. She's famous. I'm trial. That's not what this is. Isn't it? She presses. All this time, was I just a warm-up? A practice project before you got something real? Again. He stands up, the air between them suddenly charged. Do you really think I'd stay up all night, argue with every note, and walk into the boss's office over and over for something I didn't care about? He asks. Then why does it feel, she shoots back, like you've already decided how this ends? Instead, what comes out is clumsy and cold. Not everything is about your feelings, Ha-eun. The second he says it, he knows it's the worst possible thing he could have chosen. Her face goes blank in that way people's faces go when they're trying not to show their hurt. You're right, she says quietly. Sometimes it's about survival. And I'm the easiest thing to cut, aren't I? She packs her things in silence. She walks past him without another word. The door closes. The room feels a lot larger. And a lot emptier. That night, the city carries on outside. In her apartment, Ha-eun sits at her desk again. Same lamp, same clutter, same blinking cursor. On her screen is the platform dashboard, with its unforgiving lines and numbers. Beside it, a blank email draft addressed to the content team. Thank you for the opportunity. After careful consideration, I have decided. Her fingers hover over the keys. Somewhere else, Joon sits alone in the office. The lights dim. On his monitor, 2 emails are open. One is the offer about Min-ji's series, waiting for his answer. The other is a reminder about the trial review for Ha-eun's series. Safe, or risky, brand name, or quiet rookie. He leans back in his chair, staring at the ceiling. For a moment, He can almost hear the wind on the rooftop again. See a girl clutching a coffee can with trembling hands, saying, "Okay, one more episode." For me, the episode ends with both of them at their own crossroads. Ha-eun, wondering if walking away would hurt less than being rejected. Joon, holding an offer that could save his career or betray everything they've fought for so far. 2 unsent emails. 2 unresolved decisions. The next move will decide not just their work, but what they really mean to each other.